Sacrifice every intention, thought, mission, goal, relationship to your ideal, and you will find an energy that will lift you out of any dark place, that will heal your body, that will restore you on your health journey. A lot of people, when they're recovering from some kind of health issue, or maybe you had some trauma come at you, you're wondering, how do I keep on going? How do I have that energy? How do I actually recover back my charisma, my mojo? How do I get back my confidence? How do I get back that spark of life that I used to have, that animated me, that youthfulness? And you're going through this tough time. Maybe you're lonely. Maybe you're discouraged. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're confused. I understand all of this, guys. I'm here in Virginia, and I'm restructuring my life in every single way. I'm moving, so location. I'm creating a new career. I'm investing my money. I'm creating a new social life. I'm regaining my health. I'm re-educating myself. There's so much chaos. There's so many changes. It takes so much energy. And at the same time, I'm rebuilding my health. As you guys know, I had long COVID, mold toxicity, and 3 jabs at the same time. And it took me down for 2 years. And I'm coming back up, baby. And I've had to come up with a lot of different ways, both biohacking and brain, inner heart strength, to understand how to get back this energy, how to get back this enthusiasm, this hope to heal, that you can heal from anything, guys. Because when you're in that place and you're confused and you've been there for years, I feel what you're going through. Jordan Peterson, Michaela Pearson, they're not the only ones that have autoimmune disease, digestive disorders, that have food sensitivities, mystery illnesses, and Dr. William Davis talks about this. And I've been educating myself more and more and more on the root cause of these mystery chronic fatigue illness diseases, and how it's related to the gut and how it affects your brain. Because, you know, when you don't know what's going on with your health, you need a lifeline. You need things to experiment with. The doctors, they don't know what to do with you. Maybe they just want to give you drugs. Maybe they want to run you through $1,000 scans. Maybe they just want to give you endoscopies that cost $4,000. Endless appointments, you're overwhelmed. Functional medicine doctors, they have answers. And it's not just functional medicine, like we started this talk. It's about your outlook, your brain. The gut affects the brain, but the brain affects the gut. Did you know that stress and cortisol alters your microbiome profoundly? Profoundly. It actually feeds the bad bacteria in your gut. Very, very interesting. And you can feel it. When you have negative emotions, you feel that sinking feeling in your gut. Your digestion slows down. And so you even feel it, the negative emotions, the stress. You have weaker digestion versus when you're happy, after sports, after church, after being with a loved one, after sex. You have stronger digestion. And that just means your life force is operating to take on life. It's operating in the right way. And so how we think, I understood. I had to learn the really roundabout way to come back to understanding how to get back my energy. It's both. You have to master your body and your brain. They both influence each other equally. And so philosophy and how you structure your life, how you look at your life, it determines how your life unfolds. And so my whole mission has been, you know, you have so many things tugging at you. You have all these things fighting for your attention, like they're different personalities in your head. And these personalities are trying to control you and determine your future. For example, all the emotions, the powerful emotions. You have lust, you have fear, you have anxiety, you have anger and resentment, you have hopes and dreams. You have a beautiful vision of the future. You want to have a family. You want to make pure love and joy. You want to heal the world. You want to make significance. You want to make money. You want to have pleasure. You want to indulge. You want to lust. You want to be naughty. You want to be a naughty one. And so all these things are constantly fighting for control of your thoughts and your behavior. and they affect your destiny. They determine your destiny. So the question is, what puts them in line? What is the general commander that marshals all of these sergeants and puts them in line? And do you have that general? Because a lot of people don't. There's no guarantee that you have that general that lines all of these forces up and puts them in order so that you can be going towards your ultimate goal. There's no subordination. There's just chaos. And all these personalities, I'm gonna take this. All these personalities, little finger grip exercise, they're causing a lot of ineffectiveness, all right? So I definitely noticed this in myself, and to come to terms with it, it's very important. It causes ineffectiveness, wasted energy, acting out against your will. You know, you even have these cravings, the desire to be lazy and just camp out in your bedroom and not go out, not date, not meet people. You have all these warring impulses that are trying to control you, right? And so how do you organize these so that you can go towards your goal? So what I realized is, when I was going through my sickness, all of these sergeants got scattered, and I started thinking, man, I really don't know where I'm headed. I really don't know. And so I've had to reorganize them and put them again together into another definite chief aim, so that everything is organized towards that definite chief aim. It gives you energy and it gives you power. That's my point. That is my point. It gives you energy and it gives you power, versus dispersing it and having it run around in tangents. This is not city property, no trespassing. Okay, not going in there. So what I want to do is encourage you right now that if you make a vision of your future that compels you forward, then you can make a sacred, you can make your life sacred. You can have this feeling of sacredness. You can have a feeling of sacrificial sacredness that will spur you on. And I'm telling you, it is a realm, it is a feeling that is so sublime. To commit everything to that goal. So let's say you're down in the gutter right now. You're down in the gutter right now. You don't know what your life is about. Or you don't even have to be down in the gutter. Maybe you're just discouraged. You're having an existential crisis. You're tired, you're frustrated, you don't feel motivated, and you're feeling like, what's the purpose of life? Or you could just be feeling lethargic. You could just be feeling like, I'm bored. What's the big deal about everything? Like, you don't feel like you have charisma. You don't feel like you have a fire or a spark. What brings that fire? What brings that spark? I would say you could try to emulate that spark from many different sources, but I would say a clean source of fuel would be to generate a sacred mission that you can sacrifice everything to and subordinate everything to, so that you line up all of your warring intentions towards that goal. So for me, what this looked like was defining what I'm living for again. You know, recovering from my fatigue. I had these craving sergeants that wanted popularity and power and pleasure and sex and comfort and indulgence. And because I didn't have this constant consciousness of the vision, of the dream that I'm really looking to build, it didn't really end up subordinating all those warring desires, all those warring sergeants. And so I dissipated a lot of my energy. And what I'm realizing is Don't need it. When I imagined and when I created this future that I want to build, then I found that I could organize my energy towards that goal. For example, my dating life and all my lusts and desires and cravings for the opposite sex, now I can organize it towards a partnership that will bring me closer to my dream goal. And it has to subordinate itself. There has to be an hierarchy. There has to be a tier list of your goals. And you have to be able to view everything through that lens of, is it getting me closer to my goal? So instead of thinking, instead of thinking I just want to go out and game and be a pickup artist, I'm thinking now instead, how can I find someone who can be a partner to bring me towards that goal? Because that's what my life is about. And whatever your goal in your life is about, that's what your life and your energy takes a charge of. Whatever your goal and whatever your aim is, that is what your energy takes a charge of. If your goal is just to get pleasure, popularity, and if it's like that kind of non-beautiful, non-inclusive goal, then you're not gonna have clean energy. You're gonna feel kind of discouraged, empty, dirty. Empty and dirty. That's what it leads to. Like all the times that I've had just like promiscuous flings and hookups, not that many, but it only leads to just feeling like empty and dirty and kind of like unsatisfied. It doesn't give you this beautiful energy. It doesn't give you a heroic energy. It doesn't give you a loving energy. And so to constantly refine your vision, to constantly commit yourself every single day, and it really should be every day, every minute, every hour, you remember it, you remember the vision. Napoleon Hill called that auto-suggestion. You constantly remember it because you're going to get tempted to get drawn back into your other mindset of chasing these other things, and you're not going to be subordinating it all to the ultimate mission. So like sometimes you'll get into this mode of you'll be looking into different business opportunities. That's not the original goal. Waste of time. Dead end. You'll be hanging out with people that aren't really for you, that won't get you closer to your ultimate goal. It's inauthentic relationships. Dead end. Not for you. You'll be talking to women or men that don't deeply match your ultimate goal, and maybe you're not even screening for them whether or not they match your goal. Waste of time, dead end. But when you have this mindset of, oh wow, I'm giving everything to this beautiful vision that's inclusive, that provides healing and beauty and value, that's fun, that is adventurous, that brings real value to the world, and you're committing your life to it. When you have that in your mind all the time and you're sacrificing everything to it, you're saying, I'm going to sacrifice my relationship to this. You will have a relationship, but it has to serve that higher, has to correlate and align with that higher vision. The food that you eat, the amount of sleep that you get, the content that you watch, everything fits into that line. It has to align with your ultimate goal. This is the secret to clean energy. This is the secret to inspiration, motivation. This is the secret to building a life that's worth living. And you have to contemplate it. And it really does give you clarity. It gives you power, because now you're living for something. Now you have a purpose. Now you have an end to meet. And now you're going to be magnetic. You're going to attract things that align with that. And you're going to take a charge of that mission. So if you make a mission that's sacred and you can sacrifice everything, every single detail of your life to it, then you transform. You transform. And you find that you're alive again. You find that you're not tired. You find that you digest better. You sleep better. You find that you have the energy to push through. And you find that your life has meaning. And you find that you have a new inner strength and that you're transforming. It does transform you. And it's a consistent practice to sacrifice more and more to it. Your money, your time, your energy, your thoughts. You constantly constantly learn how to fit everything into that highway, launching ferociously towards that goal with determination and determination that you won't give up, because there's only two modes: feeling of giving up, feeling of determination, and never giving up. That's all there is. You're either switching paths, constantly changing gears, changing your destination, or you're going straight towards your goal. That's it. So you gotta choose a goal. Look at my video here about understanding how to choose a goal, you, Larry, and destiny. And that'll give you insight about how to craft this dream of yours. It's a very logical contemplation that you can do over weeks, months, years. And to ingrain it even deeper into your mind, you can do what yoga calls Chit Shakti meditations. It's like a 20-minute process where you relax your body. You do breathing work that puts you in a state of suggestibility. It's like self-hypnosis. And then you powerfully imagine your dream goal. And it ingrains it in you, and it gives you an imprint. It brands you in your heart and in your mind. And you'll never forget it. Even if you walk away from it, you will never forget it. It'll always be there. You can walk away from it for days, weeks, months, or years, but it'll still be there in your heart if you imprint it powerfully enough. A commitment, a sacrifice. It's a sacrament of sacredness to put your life towards something more beautiful than anything you could ever imagine. And that power to create, that will to create, that human ability to create, that is faith. That is faith. It's the evidence of things that you hope for. It is your creation power. It is what makes your hope manifest. That is faith. And by the way, that is the religious process. That is the Christ-like process, is being able to envision heaven on earth and move towards it no matter what. Sacrificing anything, even yourself, even your life. And no matter what happens, you continue on towards it. That is the religious experience. That is Christ consciousness. That is faith. That is believing. It's not intellectual consent, by the way. We have a lot of Christian dogmatism and Pharisee philosophy going on. It's not about what you intellectually consent to. A lot of people who don't even brand themselves as Christians are actually walking out the Christian faith, and they are in line with Christ more than people who just claim it intellectually and as a dogmatic doctrine. It's not about that. It's not about having an ideology and spreading the ideology. It's about whether you have a mission, a holy mission, and if you're sacrificing everything to that holy mission to make it happen, that's the kingdom of heaven. Whoever's on that mission to create the kingdom of heaven, the most beautiful, healing, redemptive goal, and you're sacrificing everything to it in obedience to it, that is a Christian. It's not saying I believe that Jesus died for my sins. That's not faith. Faith is the evidence of things hoped for. Faith is moving forward with determination to create heaven on earth. Jesus said he's come to bring heaven to earth. That's the Lord's prayer, to bring heaven to earth. And anybody who's committed themselves to do that, that's faith. Come on. So it kind of just makes me think, everybody who's just going around thinking it's about getting people to intellectually, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll move it. I didn't know if this was a public place or if this was... Oh, my bad, man. Okay. I gotcha. I thought that this was like a public parking space. Over here? Oh, okay, just not on this side. All right, thank you. Yeah, so just an ending note. I see so many people that they say that they're Christian, and they're actually looking down on other people who don't have the same intellectual alignment. It's not about that. It's about what we've been talking about. Because Jesus said, whoever believes in me will do the same things that I did. So that's the only question that we should be asking is, are we doing the same things that he did? Are we creating heaven on earth? Are we going around and helping people get free from demons, get free from sickness? Are we Are we talking about how to be productive and bring the kingdom of God here? And are we giving people hope, raising them out of their death-like despair? That's what Jesus said to do. To heal the sick, to cleanse the lepers, to heal the sick, to raise the dead, to preach the good news, and to cast out devils. People got a lot of devils. People got a lot of sickness. There's a lot of problems to fix on this world. And there's a lot of people that are dead inside. So that's what it's all about. It's just about doing those 4 things. It's not about trying to get people to intellectually consent to your dogmatic ideology. It's not about ideology. It's about how you're living. It's about how much love you have. It's about your energy and your love and what you're doing about it. And it's not about what you intellectually consent. It's about if you endure until the end, sacrificing everything to this holy sacred mission that you have made your life, no matter how bad it gets, you are going to carry that cross of responsibility and you are going to make it happen. And you will. That's why Jesus said, whoever believes will say to a mountain, move here to there, and it will obey, and nothing will be impossible to you. That's what belief is. It's moving a mountain and not stopping no matter what. No matter what. That's what believing is. It's not this religious ideology. I tell you, listen, so many people who don't even consent intellectually, if they're living it in their life, in their heart, God knows them. And it's not everybody that says in the final day, Lord, Lord, didn't you know us? Didn't we profess that we knew you? He'll say, I never knew you. Because it's not about what's in your head, it's about how you're living your life. And that's the Pharisee conundrum. The Pharisees, they lived according to scripture and doctrine, and intellect. And I see so many people doing the same thing now. You wanna search your heart. You wanna see if you have this desire, this subtle desire for intellectual superiority, moral superiority. And what that does is it makes you a Pharisee. And what that does is it's an easy way to make enemies. I'm this, you're that. We're different. I'm right, you're wrong. Intellectual superiority, moral superiority. Don't look at it that way. I challenge you to rethink and to focus on what you're doing, how you're living, how much love, empathy, and acceptance you have for other people, and just focus on that, not on a doctrine. Gotta move my car. So what I want you to do... Oh! Whoa! We hit something. Hope that's all right. Oh! That was a bump. You know what? We gotta finish out this video. Alright, let's chill. Let's chill. So, that's all I wanted to say. We're gonna get on with the day. Looking at some land today. But, what you can do is watch that video about finding your destiny. And you can, if you want to know about the Chit Shakti meditations, to ingrain that, to make it even more powerful to you, then YouTube, Chit Shakti Meditations, Isha Foundation. I'll put the link in the description below. And continue on, be encouraged, be strong, biohack your body and your brain, biohack your heart, biohack your life. Think deeply about who you are. Oops, God. We were recording like this, weren't we? Yeah, think deeply about who you are, how you're structuring your life. Make your life a sacred mission that you can sacrifice to, and it'll help you recover. I'm telling you from personal experience, it'll help you recover. It'll make you strong, I'm telling you. Seek the wisdom and understanding of how to make that dream come true, to bring heaven to earth. It'll make you strong. It'll help you push through this hell that you're going through. So I want to be here for you. I want to be an aid to you in every single way. Moral encouragement, emotional support, physical support, knowledge, education, love. That's what this is about. So like this video if it helped you, follow, so that we can continue this mission together. to bring life and healing. Body, brain, biohacking, gut health. If you need help with your mold detox, if you need help with your SIBO, if you need help with your SIFO, your IBS, I want you to get my free guide or my free beta masterclass. One of them is going to be below. Whichever one is there, get the free guide, get the free online course, whatever is there in the description. Just put in your email, we'll stay in contact. You can recover, you can heal, you can make your life great. You can create heaven on earth. It starts with you. It starts by healing, and you can heal anything. Trust me, you can heal anything. Don't ever think that you're too far beyond. Don't ever think it's hopeless. Keep on experimenting, keep on pushing. Get health, get help, get a coach. Get people who can help you, invest in you so that you can build what you know you're here to build. Don't wait. Don't wait like I did. I waited way too long. I was cheap about it. You gotta sacrifice to your mission. You gotta sacrifice to your goal. It's like the Cain and Abel story. You have to. Don't wait. Don't be cheap. Don't neglect your body. Don't neglect you. Don't neglect your health. Don't neglect your energy, your mission. Don't neglect investing in it. Invest in the people that you can trust. Pray and use your intuition. Click the link below. Don't delay. Heal yourself, and you can become so strong that you can go out and start transforming this world, that you can bring the energy of life and healing. Bring this heavenly realm here now. Don't wait. Get healed. You can heal. And you can become a champion, man. You can, and you will. Keep that hope alive and keep that faith burning. Light that little match of sacredness and sacrifice, and it can become a forest fire. I'll see you in the next one.